No sound.
All of my gusto, piss and vinegar is gone. You get the drudges. Today is July 12th, 2020, and you are loved. There, it makes more sense. I saw you guys doing hand motions and stuff, so I thought that y'all could hear me, but I guess not. Or you guys could.
Yeah.
Maybe just not everybody. So, hello. If this is your first time joining us and you would like to see me be terrible at what I do 3 times a week, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures. We put up the VODs of all of the games that we play on this channel, or if you're more of an audio-inclined individual, you can go towards where anywhere podcasts are made available for free. Find us under the same moniker. Or speaking of things that are being made for free, if you go to sorry, I'm terrible at this today. Apparently, my piss and vinegar is gone. Patreon.com/indooradventures. That's where we post our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions for the DM or any of these other wonderful folk, either feel free to post it in the chat to the side, or join us on Discord. You can find that in the link below. Other than that, if you already support us on Twitch and YouTube and Patreon, you can go to Indoor Adventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. We got t-shirts like this one. We have posters, we got mugs, we have throw pillows, and we also now have face masks that we are selling through our Redbubble store as well. So if you want a Tiamat's blessing upon your face that will help protect you and give you resistance against, like a 30% chance of resistance against poison, hey, guess what? You can equip that from our merch store. And of course, all the proceeds from that are currently going towards COVID research. So consider checking that out and helping support a good cause. But other than that, that is it for my spiel. So, hey, RJ, who are you playing tonight?
Stop that. That's my friend you're talking about, and you're doing amazing. Hi, everybody. I'm RJ, and tonight I'll be playing Hassan, the UNT Druid Cleric.
Hello, my name is LB. I'll be playing RinRin. She is a monk tabaxi, and she is a precious, precious baby.
Hi everybody, I'm Wings. I'm going to be playing as Baz the Drow Rogue Fighter.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be playing as Teshvael Falarin, Mark of Shadow Elven Paladin.
And I'm Tyler. I will be your GM tonight, and let's start with the recap. Last time, Azaka's astute orators picked their way through the mysterious Garden of Lost Dreams, where they met the ancient queen Zakore. Thanks to some fantastic negotiations, they acquired the Black Orchid, a key ingredient in the Dance of the Seven Winds. Now, with Mangalore safely behind them, they must return to Kir Sable to take the final step in their adventures to Amu. What could possibly stand in their way? Find out on the Indoor Adventure Presents The Tomb of Annihilation. So you have just left Nangalore, the Garden of Lost Dreams, dropping into the swamp area that surrounds it. It is about the middle of the day, and it seems as you guys were in the building, in the garden itself, it has gotten rather overcast out. Just before you left, you had a short, Baz, you can see, so you can fight. You had a short fight with some plants, and among those plants was an assassin vine that had a body of a long dead adventurer, but you did snag that guy's bag before you left. So what would you like to do?
Head back to the temple, right? That's the plan? Turn in the Black Orchid?
Yes, I forgot I was angry.
You are angry. Tesh lost a sketch, but has tried to recreate it using some
well-timed minor illusions. However, he knows it'll never be the same one again.
It'll never be the same.
No.
In that bag that you grabbed, if you rummage through it, you'll find the materials of a scholar's pack, 15 gold pieces, and a kind of strange, like foot-long wooden box, as well as a diary.
Hassan will just pluck the diary, start
I think
reading
it was
through
Hassan
it.
who grabbed the satchel to begin with, too.
Yeah. Mm.
It's been 2 weeks. Let's just say that it was.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Gwyneth Paltrow's
Diary.
head.
What's in the box?
Hassan, what languages do you speak?
I speak Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Druidic, Infernal, and Sylvan.
It is written in Elven.
Anybody speak Elven?
The elf raises their hand.
2 elves raise their hands.
He will he'll throw it over to RinRin and say, "Fight for it."
RinRin starts to sound out the words.
Does RinRin know Elven?
No.
Tesh will let Baz have this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
help her.
As she's sounding them out, Baz just starts translating from that.
Oh, it's terrible. She can like make out letters, and she's saying what the letters are.
Go help her out, Baz.
But she's mad.
Is she mad at you?
I don't know.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Honestly, this would probably help you get in good standings with her. You teach her something.
RinRin,
What?
do you mind? I can I'm an elf.
Is this Elvish? I was reading it in Minotaur. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah. No, you see the loops?
I was wondering what those dots were for.
Yeah. So, if you,
Oh yeah, here. She'll hand it over.
thanks.
She like glares at Hassan for a second.
The
What
loops
does
are
it
silent.
say?
Very
I'll
quick.
also assume at this point you guys are just trudging back towards Kir Sable through this marshy water. It does start to rain a little bit.
It's gonna speed read it.
Cool. It is the diary of Johannes Gent Umal.
Johannes Gent Umal.
Yep. It's as you read through it, there's several chapters of him going on adventures. He traveled to Port Nyanzaru. He heard of like some flowers with mystical properties from here, so he decided to come here. And throughout it, he talks often about how difficult it would have been to travel through the jungle if not for his fantastic folding boat, which he also has like a side note, like here are the command words for my folding boat.
What are the command words?
The command words are
Sink or swim.
Boat, but with a extended series of O's, as you say it.
I'm a Viking.
Lilac, daffodil, and petunia.
I read all 3 of those out loud in sequential order.
In order. Where's that box you have?
Hassan's examining it.
All right, the first command word causes a box to unfold into a 10-foot long, 4-foot wide, and 2-foot deep boat.
Lilac.
Oh my god.
Daffodil!
That causes it to unfold into a 24-foot long, 8-foot long.
Oh my god. Why would they make these such common words?
It cuts out to a wide shot. Like birds
Hassan,
are
make a
flying
dex
away.
saving throw.
Stop saying words!
What was the last one?
Petunia.
Petunia!
Is this a spell or other magical effect?
No, this is you avoiding the 24-foot long boat falling on top of you.
We are under attack! Someone is throwing boats at us!
What'd you get?
8.
8. Okay.
Oh boy.
Don't worry. You take 1 bludgeoning damage as this boat, which quickly became a 10-foot long boat, in your hands. You're holding like the back of it, so you kind of knocked you back, and then it got much larger and like shoved you across the marsh floor. You take 1 bludgeoning damage, and then you say Petunia, and it folds back up neatly into the box.
I imagine Hassan gets knocked onto his back, and he sits up like the Undertaker in WWE, just like full core strength, no arms.
Well, even better, you were submerged in this murky water and just arise out of the water.
Sploosh.
Oh my gosh.
Turns
you
his
okay?
head over
Shield
to
and rapier
Baz.
up.
I'm wet.
You have scales. Get over it. Can you make it not be this?
Baz just like at RinRin.
Can you make it not a boat?
It already is not a boat.
Oh, okay. That was insane.
Be careful, there might be more.
It
Tesh
was
is
very
like-
weird.
It's alright, it was just a magic box that turned into boats.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Does it? I don't know if that explains anything, but that's
No,
what it
it's
is.
one of those hand waves. A wizard did it. Yeah,
Oh, you're right, you're right.
Anyway,
Okay.
that's going to be useful for later.
It's alright. It's alright, little friend. She, like, grabs the mouse and, like, puts him further into her frock.
Oh yeah, the
Mhm.
mouse that you have.
Yeah, Lord
Yes.
Finkelton.
Yeah.
Lord Finkelton.
Lord Finkelton.
Okay, it's
This
alright.
is
Lord
royalty.
Finkelton.
Nobility.
He's still got this little crown that he likes to wear.
Squeak, squeak.
He sits right here on my desk. Where are we going? Up the river or down the river?
You aren't necessarily on the river. It just seems that there has been a lot more rainfall recently, and the river has kind of overflown its banks. So it is just kind of inconvenient amounts of like 2 feet of water that is a pain to trudge through, with trees sticking out everywhere, a lot of foliage. But you do have a folding boat, and were you to choose the first form of it, it could help you traverse more quickly. And the 5 of you could squeeze into it.
I'm here
Lilac.
for it.
It was like submerged in the water because nobody picked it back up, and it pops back out. I'll go ahead and pop the information for it in our chat, but someone can go ahead and add that to their inventory. Oh no, Frankie.
I could shove that in the bag of holding.
Well, when you're not using it, but yeah.
Yeah.
You guys load up into that boat. Because there's 5 of you, the smaller version is usually it fits 4 medium creatures comfortably. But you guys can all kind of shove into it. And regrettably, Azaka picks up her duty of being the one that has to row for everybody.
You're so strong, Izaka. Thank you so much for all the things you do for us. I appreciate you.
Well, you did help me, so it's the least I can do.
Friends help friends.
Friends help friends. About you guys actually end up making much better time now that you have this boat. And as you are making your way throughout the day, about mid-afternoon, you come across you're coming around a bend and you come across a very strange sight. There is a body propped up against a tree on one of the few bits of dry land. It looks like a humanoid body propped up against this tree. She has holes puncturing all of her chest. And in front of her, she's holding a book, and next to her is a sword sticking out of the ground.
You said a body, not a person, right?
A body.
Oh. That wasn't here on the way down?
No. Or you must not have passed it if it was here on the way down.
Does it appear human?
Yes, it appears like a human body.
Does it have any distinguishing regalia? Like, are they the fire fists or?
Nothing local. Go ahead, roll. Roll me a history check. Thank you. I'm sorry, have drifted closer to the body.
One day
17.
I'll play a smart character.
One day. Probably not, though. 17. Hold on. There is regalia of a noble house from, is it Luskin?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well,
You'll
that's
learn
not
about Luskin
good.
later, baby.
Does
Who,
it
me?
look fresh?
At least the last couple of days.
Oh. And can we see what killed her?
You'd have to get closer.
The holes in her chest seem like a pretty good sign.
Right, but are they caused by animals or are they caused by like spears?
Well,
You
there's only
guys
one way
bring
to
your
find
boat
out.
up against the dry land.
Bez is gonna whack at Tesh.
Hmm.
Check if it's dead.
Right. Divine sense.
Thank you. Oh my god.
What the the person who plays a paladin constantly trying to tell the
Other
person
paladins.
plays them.
It's all right. Classes
Paladin
look out for
better.
each other.
Again, remind me how your divine sense works.
As an action, I can detect good or evil until the end of the next turn. You can see anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You can use this feature 3 times per long rest.
Okay.
You can spam this feature 3 times for long rest.
There, as you cast your detect undead, there's a moment where you don't detect anything. You're bringing the boat up to where this body is, and then in a very quick motion, it seems that a creature of ethereal energy comes through the tree, screaming at you. And you definitely detect undead now.
Oh, that'll do it.
And everyone roll initiative. How's that go?
You're sure this is human and not an elf, right?
Oh, maybe an elf. Why?
Fuck.
There's reasons.
Because this might be a banshee.
What? No, I'm sure it's fine. And after... Yeah, because we haven't taken a long rest, right?
Nope.
Not since leaving Mangalore, no.
No, sleep.
Well, we could have taken short rest.
You could have, and I will definitely say that you have.
No. Sleep till Omu.
Banshees aren't even that bad.
You say this. Yeah, we're level 5. It'll be fine.
You guys making it out like I'm out to get you.
What? In Tomb
You're
of
the DM.
Annihilation.
Encounter every episode. It's fine.
Fine.
Look, maybe if Schultz wasn't so dangerous.
Look, I have a little poof.
I know, it's so cute.
What are your guys' initiative, Baz?
21.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Same hat.
Hassan?
Same hat. You have the higher decks.
Yeah.
Tesh?
13.
Nice. RinRin?
6.
Nice. Baz. Top of the round.
God. Hell yeah.
It
Nobody's gone
is
yet.
Cloudy out. You haven't hid because you're riding in a boat.
This is true, but I'm an assassin, which means that I roll with advantage anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fire off an arrow at this modifier.
Okay.
24,
24 to hit? Yeah.
and it counts as a critical. Hush.
Hush.
Frankie, please. I beg of you.
RinRin sounding the alarm. Ah!
Scream.
Ah! Ah!
Meow! Meow! I'm really... Hear me roar. Alright. Yes. D8s. So that's going to be a 13 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 7, 10, 16 sneak attack damage.
Nice.
Oof.
Does that appear to do as much damage as it should with my non-magical weapon?
It does not appear to do as much damage as it should with your non-magical weapon. However, it's not a banshee, so don't worry because you kill the specter outright.
Oh, cool.
Oh!
Assassin's gonna assassinate.
What
That-
was that?
I feel like that arrow goes straight through the specter and then just pins into the body, into the tree.
Yeah.
Like the Super Smash Brothers credits, just
He was
No contest.
yeah.
Essentially.
He's gonna roll out of the back. Frankie, please. He's gonna roll out of the boat and go get his arrow back.
Yeah.
Yes, that was so impressive.
I am really stunned by that. Good job.
Wait, are there others?
I don't know.
Do they travel in packs?
Does anyone know anything about what would the divine person know about specters?
Maybe. That
Traveling proton packs.
a 13.
Yeah, I figure a specter is a creature that's left behind when somebody has unfinished business.
So
And here
unless
is
there was
a
like
single body.
unless there's like a mass grave of people with unfinished business, it really shouldn't be too big of an issue.
Wait, they had unfinished business?
Well, they did, but we finished it for them.
Like in a good way, or like
Hell
they're
yeah.
going to be restless forever?
Well, they were restless, but then we put them to rest.
We'll
Alright.
investigate this body. See if
Oh, I
there's
was already
anything.
rolling a medicine check on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Well, he's checking the body. I'm checking her effects.
And Tesh is just reassuring RinRin this was the good thing to do.
Okay.
What are you checking for again, Baz?
Getting my arrow back, and I'm
Oh, okay.
also looking for rifling through pockets, looking for gold. Maybe, I don't know.
The sword
Expensive
that's
looking
planted
weaponry.
in the ground.
Yeah.
Baz, you see it first as you start rifling through pockets. First of all, she has a satchel laying next to her with the contents kind of spilled out on the ground, and there is a smorgasbord of items, including a journal. But as you're looking at these items and at the sword sticking out of the ground, the sword has a shadow, and the shadow is of a severed hand and not a sword.
I'm going to yank the arrow out of her and poke the sword with the arrow.
It does not react.
Poke it again.
Hassan, what did you get in your medicine check?
25.
Cool. She has 6 puncture holes in her chest, the size and shape of a stegosaurus's spikes on their tail.
Oof. Looks
She
like
also
she-
has a lot of other wounds, consistent with spending a lot of time in the jungle. And you can even tell that she was probably suffering from some disease before she passed.
She had a rough go of it inside the jungle. Looks like she got the tail end of a stegosaurus on her way out.
Why was she alone?
He'll pick up the journal.
It is in common? Do Luskan people speak anything
For the
special?
most part, yeah.
I don't
They
know.
are. It's a city north of Waterdeep.
Okay, that's what I thought. It is in common. It is the well, first of all, it was laying open actually on her lap. I said that to begin with, right? It was lying open in her lap, and there is a blood-stained page, and it says the last will and testament of Lady Catalina Dreyfus.
He'll read through it.
It says, "I never should have listened to that damn lizard. My folly in wanting to be an adventurer, he convinced me to do it, and here I lay on my dying, in my dying throes. Oh, Lord Fontaine, I shouldn't have left you."
Have I heard this story from Nodaza?
Oh, I'm gonna say you have.
For RinRin's benefit, he's going to flip back a few pages to see if there's any note of her party members.
In the several pages preceding, she tells a fantastical story of her adventures, how she had heard of an ancient shrine deep in the jungles of Cholt with untold riches. She had been told that the place was going to be very dangerous because it was a tomb dedicated to Zadzilaha, the vampire god of the underworld. And while raiding this tomb, they actually didn't even get into the front door. The ground collapsed, and they fell into deep within the dungeon, and they found a tomb. They raided it for its riches, but they didn't expect what was going to be inside. And after that, it just gets really hurried about blah, blah, this person didn't make it. They died within the tomb. This person was picked off here. How incredibly unlucky of us. Everything we had done previously had gone so well. How could this happen? Baz, you're rifling through this bag of goodies. There is a lot of things. There is a Jade Mask with cowrie shell eyes and obsidian pupils. And as you pick that up, underneath it is a Jade Pendant. And the Jade Pendant looks identical to RinRin's.
He's gonna flip his sunglasses up and just kind of like give that the eyebrows, and he's gonna turn around and show like holding up the mask in one hand and the pendant in the other, and he's just gonna look at RinRin like quizzically, like, hmm?
Very cool. Does RinRin know what these are?
You do not.
Okay.
Though you definitely notice that pendant looks very similar to yours.
Oh, that's. Can I see that pendant?
I hand it to her.
Hassan's gonna take Baz to the side. Just a low whisper. A friend here who seems to have been hit by a stegosaurus tail knew Nodaza.
How?
Seems she was provoked into the life of adventuring through his stories. I'm sure she's kicking his ass in the underworld right now as we speak.
That's entirely possible, yeah.
Also, her party, and, well, they were raiding a tomb to some vampire god. They were picked off one after another.
Oh, okay.
Could I make an arcana check for curses? Like, raiding a tomb certainly comes with consequences if you pick up an item that's a no bueno, right?
I mean, was that something Hassan would expect?
He expects it, but he's also studied occult-like stuff, so...
All right, okay. Is there any abilities in 5e to check if something's cursed?
Identify.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I do not have identify.
Unfortunately, I mean, you can have this inclination that she might have been cursed. Well, there's no way to check.
Yeah. Whatever happened at the tomb seems like a run of bad luck, because they had been doing fine up until that point. So be careful what you touch, Baz.
Where
Speaking
did
of
they
which,
get this necklace from?
speaking of which,
Um,
Tesh, that sword sticking out of the ground is a very fine-looking rapier.
It really is, though. Tesh is going to he's gonna look at Summerwise, and he's going to ask, "Do you think I should take it?"
Yes.
That's good enough for me.
Your god commands it. Take it.
Take it. Become more powerful. Yes, good.
Yes. The sound of a Skeksis from the fucking dark crystal off in the distance. Yeah, Tesh will go and try and... It looks cool.
It do look cool.
Sword in the
When you-
stone. I've heard about this.
Congratulations, you're
and
king
as
of
you
Britons.
say that, go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, dear. Does it have to be strength? Let's see.
Or athletics, I guess.
Oh. Okay, athletics is fine. I want this dice.
If I went around saying I was king of England because some watery bint gave me a sword, they'd throw me in the madhouse.
That's a 10.
It resists being pulled out of the ground, but with a little bit of more oomph, you're able to remove it from the ground.
He'll just do a few practice strokes with it.
And you can tell it has some magical properties about it.
And what is it like? What does it look like? Because its
Has-
shadow is that of like a skelly hand. Is it the skelly hand like holding onto mine?
I mean, if you stick out it's cloudy, so there's not really any source of light to make a shadow. But if you hold it out, it is just this dismembered hand.
Oh, okay.
From like the mid
and forearm as
forearm
well.
down.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
just like in kind of a claw.
Oh, it's not like pointing, like
No, just
accusatorily.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, he'll just kind of take a few practice swings. Just
Hassan will explain to RinRin what happened to her and her party, leaving out the Nodaza part.
Oh. That is very sad. These poor people. Well, the rest of the party's already dead.
I assume so. She probably was stumbling through the jungle alone.
This poor woman.
As far as a description of the weapon itself, the weapon has a blade of bronze, and the haft, or the grip, is wound with snakeskin wrappings. It has the ominous shadow of the shape of what appears to be a withered arm. And as you took it, you kind of felt a cold chill run up and down your spine.
ooh, spooky.
Tingly.
So it was a blade of bronze and then a hilt of snakeskin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Snakeskin wrappings.
I'm gonna write down the contents of Catalina's bag. That's going into my inventory.
I'll ask Azaka to start a pyre.
Okay.
Do I feel anything when I'm holding this?
The pendant.
Yeah.
Whereas you can tell that your pendant is magical, this one either was never magical or lost its magic.
Oh. But it's pretty.
But it's pretty.
Baz,
Huh?
do you want this pendant? It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. You're pretty. Oh, sure.
She kind of, the cats can't blush, but she kind of just like puts her hand up to her nose. This, well, I already have one, so you know. She hands it over.
Takes it. I'm gonna do one quick check on it, just kind of, I don't know, something. Insight. Do I get a bad feeling about it?
Go ahead, roll an insight check.
23.
Okay. The item itself, you don't get a bad feeling about, but there are a few like red strings that you have a bad feeling about.
It's gonna wrap it around his wrist.
Hassan, while you guys are examining this dead body, you hear some movement, something of significant size kind of sloshing through the water. And as you look up, you see through the brush a large stegosaurus meandering through the water.
He's gonna quickly cast Speak with Animals on himself.
Mm-hmm.
We have no quarrel with you. Looks down. Sir,
It's all hidden.
It's all hidden.
You can tell by the number of
some
horns.
grass. And he's like looking around for a bit of dry area to chop down.
If I look at their tail, is it dried blood?
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Did this human accost you in any way?
I don't like being touched.
Neither do I. Let's make a formal agreement then. You stay over there and we'll stay here.
Grass. He starts shambling through the water.
What does it sound like when Hassan is speaking Stegosaurus?
Oh, it's
I was gonna say it's that scene in Jurassic Park where the brontosauruses are eating the leaves from the perch where the kids are at. Dory talking in whale.
Oh no.
Azaka, on the bit of dry patch that you guys are on, manages to get the workings together for a small fire.
Does the dead body, have like a ring or a family crest somewhere?
Yeah, I'll say there's a ring that denotes her house.
Son will take it.
How long are we spending here?
Short rest wise?
Short rest?
Short rest.
Yeah, all right.
We've been here for a little bit.
I'll attune to the weapon.
Okay. You do that. Let me share a little something with you, and I'll let you read it for yourself, buddy.
Return the slab.
Return the slab.
Deluxe Sword of Life Stealing.
Deluxe Sword of Life Stealing.
You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. In addition, when you attack a creature with this magic weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, the target takes an extra 10 necrotic damage if it isn't a construct or undead, and you gain 10 temporary hit points. Concealed beneath the wrappings around the handle is a parchment containing the spells Pass Wall, Burning Hands, and Gust of Wind, and when the attuned wielder uses an action to say the correct words of power, which are engraved in Olman on the sword blade, one of these spells can be cast. This sword has 12 charges and regains some of these charges daily at dawn. Casting a spell takes a number of charges equal to the spell level cast. 5th for Pass Wall, 2 for Gust of Wind, and 1 or more for Burning of Hands. Spell save DC 15. If the parchment is removed from the sword loses the capacity of casting these spells forever. And then the part that you guys have all been waiting for, the curse. This sword is cursed, and becoming attuned to it extends its curse to you. As long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with this sword, keeping it within reach of all time, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls other than this one, unless no foe is within 60 feet of you that you can see or hear. Whenever a hostile creature damages you while the sword is in your possession, you must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or go berserk. While berserk, you can use your action each round to attack you must use your action each round to attack the creature nearest to you with this sword. If you make an extra attack as part of the attack action, you use those extra attacks moving to attack the next nearest creature after you fell your current target. If you have multiple possible targets, you attack one at random. You are berserk until the start of your turn with no creatures within 60 feet of you that you can see.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm cursed, bro!
He's
Yeah!
But I can cast like Burning Hands and Pass Wall and stuff.
Pass Wall?
Yeah!
I'm sorry, but there was a lot of shit about going berserk at the end right
What?
there.
Oh, hey,
What?
just don't be... Look, if you can be near me or an enemy...
As long as he doesn't get hit while wielding the sword, you guys are fine.
Oh my god.
It's fine. Just cast all the buffs on him.
This armor monkey.
Look, just... Don't
worry,
about
buddy.
it.
So long as the tank doesn't get hit, we'll be fine.
And there we go. What a cool
I feel like there's
thing.
a little counterintuitiveness going on around here.
I don't know what you mean. There we go. Excellent. Dang done it, kids.
It is
Baz is
a
fooling around
homebrew
with
weapon.
it.
Are you able to add that to your?
Yep. Added it just
sweet.
fine.
Baz is fooling around with the Jade Mask.
It is very finely crafted, but it is. I'd say actually it would be like too big for your face,
Nice.
or maybe too tall. Is the correct way of putting it.
Sounds about right. He's got it on, and he like hovers over Teshu's shoulder, just like, how's the sword?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
How's the sword?
How? Oh, it's actually quite wonderful. I think that we can really get a lot from it. Do you remember previously when we've been in front of walls and needed to get through?
There are no walls in the jungle.
That we were just at a place with walls.
Yeah, there's walls
Yeah, right.
Hold on. There's walls everywhere.
Well, this sword can literally shorten the distance and cut that time in half. I can make holes in walls now with incredible ease.
It cuts like really well.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations on your new sword.
Oh,
Why you gotta
thank you.
say it like that?
You have to be able to
Weirdo.
translate the words. on it.
Yes.
It's
That's besides the point.
Can I read the words?
They are in the language Olman.
which is not Omuan.
Is it the Minotaur? I can read the Minotaur.
I don't know.
How do you know
Nice.
Minotaur? Are they from around here?
Oh yes, yes, they're very close.
I don't think I've seen any Minotaurs.
They're very scary. You don't want to see them. Well, you know, I mean, you don't want to see them. Like, I made really good friends with a few, but like they have their territories and they have like their mazes. But if you can climb on top of the mazes, then it's really easy to just like move across them.
If we speak
There are a lot of mazes around here.
If we speak Olman, I can literally just make a hole in these walls straight to the center.
Yes, but that will take so much effort to like cut out the hole in the wall, or you could just climb on top of it.
Oh,
There's probably somebody back in the monastery that can translate Oman.
do you think Racket knows Oman?
Maybe.
Would a sage background help out with this?
Oh, most definitely.
Feel like something might
Given
get
some
lost
time,
in
I
the
can translate
translation.
it.
Much like the words you translated in Omuan, you might be able to, given some time, figure out what these command words are.
Yeah. I'll postulate this to the group. And we have nothing but time until we get to the temple.
Sounds good to me. In the meantime, it still has a nice hefted weight to it. It's very nice.
But you're so strong, Teshvael.
Oh, strong. No. Limber, yes. Mother said I should have been a dancer.
You dance?
Not very well. I'm more stuck to, painting and sketches for the most part.
I could teach you how to dance.
I would love that.
Baz is gonna squint at the sky. About how many hours of daylight does he think we have left?
A couple, not many. You could probably get some more distance so that you would arrive at Kir Sable tomorrow.
I will
Especially-
explain as much to the rest of the group. I could at least get somewhere that isn't so wet
Oh, let's hope.
before we set up camp for tonight.
I can do what I normally do at night. Dry the land before we set down. I have enough power for that at least.
Oh, yeah. All you magic folk, you make things too easy.
Meanwhile,
Totally.
Osaka has set the body on fire and is in the boat. We should get going, like Baz said.
Lead the way, my little friend.
Hops into the boat.
You have
Uh,
my permission to die
you'll
when
have my-
Omu burns.
You make some pretty good distance. The ground becomes a lot less waterlogged. So before you even set up camp for the night, you have to portage, pick up the boat and start moving on foot again. And when you set up camp,
Petunia.
there you go. Just like rolls back up. And setting up camp, I assume you do the similar thing as you guys always do. Set up a tent for Hassan. Tesh hangs out outside. Baz sits in a tree to
Yeah.
trance.
And Baz
RinRin,
is taken to wearing the mask on the back of his head.
the Jade Mask.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Guess what? You're
RinRin-
super cursed too.
Guess what?
Nah.
Let's see. Partway through the night. And then RinRin, you hop up into a tree as well.
Yep.
Zaka passes out.
We
Partway
take
through-
watches, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, split up between Tesh and Baz. Partway through the night, you hear something. Whoever's on the first shift, Tesh. Although Baz is still aware as well, he's only trancing. You hear something sloshing in the water, slow, laborious movements coming from where you guys had just been. And you see a large creature looming through the brush. And as it gets closer, you realize that this one is bipedal. And by this one, there's actually two. And that's when the stench of death reaches you. So roll initiative.
I'm sorry, how big is this?
How big? It is large. Go ahead with initiative.
15.
7.
16.
It looked like a natural 20.
You
but
guys
it
are
was an 11.
terrors.
11 for Baz, 7 for RinRin.
Oh, sorry.
Zaka is a 4. Good job.
Guys, this is why I don't let them in my room 100%. There's food all over the floor. They've knocked all of my clothes. They're just running around, running into things.
Being the best.
But they're cute. But they're cute.
It is nighttime. These things have shambled out of the jungle, though for now they are still greater than 30 feet from you. And as they shamble closer, they'll shamble closer on their turn. You can see that these are ogre zombies.
Oh.
Hefting their meaty morning stars, their skin rotted and decaying, multiple holes and other wounds pestering their flesh.
Gross.
At the top of the round is Hassan.
Hassan sighs, points a finger towards the ogres and snaps, and casts spike growth so that they're at the tail end of the spike growth.
Nice.
Spectral snakes come up and twist around them.
And then if they move through it,
They take damage.
And it's 40 feet.
The ground is in a 20-foot radius centered
Yeah.
on a point. So 40-foot diameter.
Cool.
Also, the area is difficult terrain.
Cool. Doing that so that they're on the tail end, but that you and the rest of your party are not in it means they are already 5 feet into it.
Gotcha.
So the spike growth grows all around, like right in front of you. Anything else on your turn?
Can I have an interact action to start making some tea?
Another night where you're woken up in the middle of the night. Start boiling some water. All right. Sounds good. Tesh?
You muted,
Yeah.
love.
Tesh will pull out, like, he didn't ever take off his chainmail. Like, while he's on watch, he takes that off when he goes to sleep. But otherwise, he's always wearing that shit. So he has shield up, new rapier, just sort of like off to the side. And he's more like just kind of like rolling his shoulder, standing at the edge of the spike growth. Like, once they come, that'll be fine. And he'll take the dodge action.
Cool. So disadvantage on attacks against you.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and other than that, like, I'll just stand in front. There's no need to wake up Azaka.
Well, she rolled really bad on initiative, so she wakes up really late anyway.
Yeah.
Baz.
That's me. Neither of the ogres have gone yet?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to shoot the one in the front.
All right, they're side by side, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot the one on the right. A 24 to hit.
Cool. What weapon are you using?
Longbow.
All right.
It's going to be...
It's an automatic critical because it hasn't acted yet.
Yes, 8 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 12, 14, 18 sneak attack damage.
Cool.
An arrow sprouts from that ogre's face.
Thunk. It has no reaction.
I see. Baz just kind of sits there for a second and then like falls backwards as he hooks his legs around the branch, and he'll drop down to the branch below and hide.
Cool.
14 plus 9 is going to be a 23.
Cool. That'll beat their passive perception for sure. The first one is going to double move towards Tesh. Moving through 35 feet of your difficult terrain.
All right, hold on. Per 5 feet, 35 divided by 5 is 7.
7, yeah.
7, so 14d4.
You need to stop fighting dumb things that wander into your camp.
Oh, that's a lot of 4s.
Nice.
Anytime you want to calculate this for me, D&D Beyond, please.
No.
33 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. Oof. Ooh. Owie. Stop. Cool. It has double moved up to 2. It's looming over Teshvael. RinRin.
RinRin springs into action. She's going to use the trees as much as she can to get over to like bouncing from tree to tree if she can to get over to the ogres and start attacking from above.
Okay. To the
Okay.
first one that's up next to Teshvael, or are you like
Yeah.
trying to make it up to the other side of the battlefield and take on the other one?
To the one who's hurting my friend.
Okay. Well, he's not doing that yet.
Oh, he will. I'm going to do 2 attacks.
Cool.
Oh my god, these dice, you guys, not doing well so far. They're new. I assume a 10 does not hit.
It does.
Oh, it does. Does a 9?
Yes.
They're zombies, they're ogres, they're large.
All right, fair enough. Let's see. Plus
They've got a shit ton of
8
HP, though.
They do have a
12
shit ton.
damage on that. And then I'll use the bonus action to doing Stunning Strike.
Ooh, good.
Whoa, so he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. Oh, that's one thing they do have. 22.
Ooh, boy, does he make it.
He is not.
You're the
stunned.
worst. Stop.
Oh, the
Come
rest Zaka rouses herself and rolls up next to Tesh. I'm sure that's going to be fine. No worries. And takes her 2 attacks with a 2 on the dice, but a 13 on the second one, so she deals some damage. And then it's the other one's turn. It's going to also go through 35 feet of terrible, terrible vines and succumb to 14d4.
D&D Beyond, it's never been easier.
It's never been easier with D&D Beyond.
The problem with all these dice are it takes a while because some of the dice are on top of each other. 29 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Oh. With D&D Beyond, it's never been easier to do simple math in your head. That's not how that works. It has double moved and won't be able to do anything else on its turn. At the top of the round, Hassan, it's not your turn yet.
But
Because actually I think only Baz has the passive to hear a fluttering of wings. And they're not big wings, they're little wings. But you just hear the fluttering.
Hanging upside down from a branch from his legs, and his ears just kind of cock. There's a back. It's a shot from behind, so like it's a weird image of like the mask on the back of his head, just going like.
Nice. Hassan.
He's gonna go check his pocket watch. Got a few minutes till the water boils. Cast Shillelagh on his staff, and we'll walk over to the ogre zombie that Tesh and RinRin were fighting. He's gonna whap it.
Okay. Go ahead and shillelagh whack, my friend.
There are
23 to hit.
next to me.
There are so many people right next to you.
Hopefully you don't get hit.
Hopefully you don't get hit.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points.
Yeah. Do I have enough for this bad boy? Next turn. Yeah. That's it for him.
Cool. Tesh.
All right. Well, he will make a defensive stance, and he will use the dodge action again.
Okay.
It's
You are a smart man.
Yeah. Doing that. And then I can't do anything as a bonus action, so I'm good. Because I am out of spell slots going into this fight.
It's fine.
Sure, it's going to be great.
Baz, it is your turn. You're hanging upside down. You hear that fluttering of wings. And there are 2 large ogre zombies now, both up against all of your companions. One of them looks like a lot of gashes have been taken out of it. In fact, both of them, like their feet and shins and calves, have been practically torn away.
And just like they're walking through a food processor.
Mhm.
I'm going to attack the one that looks more hurt.
Okay. You are hitting.
I am hidden. Oof. One of these days, that 18 is going to be a critical.
One of these days.
One of these days. I'm pretty sure that hits.
Yeah.
Alright, here comes some damage. 5 plus 3 is 8 piercing damage. And sneak attack is going to be 7 sneak attack damage. And so then he's going to drop off of that. Ooh.
He doesn't make his save.
Oh, nice.
And that one collapses to the ground under the onslaught.
Okay, I'm going to drop off of that branch and scoot off into the trees, cocking my ears, trying to figure out where that wing-a-ling sound is coming from.
Make a perception check.
16.
16. There are some bats in the tree above you. Make your hide. Did you hide too?
Yeah, I'm also gonna hide. It's not as good. 13 for my hide.
Not as good.
Ooh, fuck. The way that this looks is that like he's just like moving his head very quickly, trying to like ascertain where that's coming from. And like you see the mask like pointing upwards, and then he flips his head around, and his eyes do that like nocturnal predator shine thing, swing, and then he sees those bats silhouetted against the night sky, and then he's just gonna kind of back away.
RinRin. There is a crack of lightning. The sky lights up. And there is one large ogre zombie left. The other one has collapsed.
And it's my turn.
And it is your turn.
I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna try and do a double hit again.
Cool. I'm sure involving some fantastical acrobatics to get over to this one.
Yeah. Can I use the trees again?
Mm-hmm.
Because the ground is covered. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said a 10 hits.
Yes.
Okay. Then they both hit, and I'm gonna do 13 damage.
13
And I'm gonna try and
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
No, I was just repeating the number.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use a key point to do patient defense as I'm trying to keep his attention on me, and
Okay.
so that gives me the dodge action.
All right, so we got 2 people dodging. Just making sure I have the stuff I need. Don't worry about me. Everything's fine. Azaka is going to scoot around Teshvael to get to this other bad boy and trying to attack him. And that will hit. And her second attack will also hit. Way to go, Azaka. However, this one was most recently hit by RinRin, this ogre, so he is going to bring his maul down on her. I'm pretty sure a 24 hits.
Rin.
Yeah.
For 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As it had gone through so much effort to wade through all these spikes, it brings its maul down and slams against you.
I hiss at him.
Kind of a glancing blow, too. Baz, those bats that were accumulating in the trees, they descend from the treetops, and now everyone, you can see that between flashes of lightning, there are bats everywhere. And that swarm of bats that had just coalesced in front of Baz, they depart, and a large man in tribal dressing, finally adorned in a lot of jewels and gems, hisses something in a language you don't know, sticks out his withered claw at Tesh, and Tesh, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh, fuck.
Return the slab!
Return the slab!
Look, I would love to give this to you if I could. Wisdom, you say?
It's a dark
To
vampire god of the
shreds,
underworld.
you say?
To shreds, you say.
22.
Okay, you save. He doesn't like that. That was...
I'm sorry, is this yours?
He uses the rest of his movement in stunning speed, is right up next to Tesh.
Vampire.
And demands something in a language you don't understand. Something in that includes a lot of inhales and clicks. And that is our good friend.
Is
right
he
there.
missing an arm?
No, he has both of his arms, but as he gets close to you, you can see that he has dark skin, but it is withered and ancient.
Oh.
He looks at you with a scowl. And also descending from the treetops are a fuck ton of bats. As bats...
It's the scientific term for them.
The scientific term of a fuck ton of bats. RinRin, Azaka, Tesh, Hassan. Essentially two swarms of bats start swarming around each of you. And let's roll some attacks. 2 for RinRin. Let's see, that's a 9 and a 9, so that doesn't hit. Azaka, well, that's fine. Nat 20 wasted on Azaka. They're not magical bats. Hassan, a 22 and an 8.
22 will hit, definitely.
22 will hit. For 7 piercing damage. And on Tesh, only an 18 and a 10.
18 misses. Nah.
Yeah. Hassan.
How much damage did I take? Sorry.
You
said 22. 7.
7 damage.
I'm not gonna make the con check for the spikes because I'm dropping it immediately to cast Flame Blade as a bonus action. And he will attack the swarm with the Flame Blade. Okay,
Do you have
fuck.
both flame blade? Oh wait, does flame blade work on your weapon? So you have like shillelagh
No,
on your weapon.
so shillelagh in one hand and flame blade is a scimitar in the other hand. I'm dual wielding with magic, folks.
Hell yeah.
Get fucked bats, natural 20.
Get fucked bats.
So that's that, and they'll be taking 23 points of fire damage.
Cool. That is exactly lethal. Wait, no, it's not. Unfortunately, because they have resistance, because they are bats.
To fire?
Because they are a
Oh,
swarm.
it was fire damage, right?
Yeah.
Not slashing damage.
It's fire damage.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Then that kills him. Sorry, I trying to get all my ducks in a row here.
It the scimitar explodes out into multiple scales that just swarm into snakes that stab out at each bat and then form back into a blade.
Nice. Danae, what are you saying to me?
Don't worry about it. It's not relevant right now.
Okay. As that's not relevant right now, Tesh, you are surrounded by bats and a scary-looking man.
Look, if there's some way I can help you, let me know. But this is no way to treat me right now. And he's gonna stab this guy. He tried to magic him.
He did try to magic you.
Yeah, fuck him. Well, don't worry about it. That is an 11 to hit.
11 will not hit.
Actually, no, sorry. I'm going to use my guided strike channel divinity as a paladin to turn that 11 into a 21.
Okay. 21 will just hit.
Okay. Cool. Then let me get to this page. So this fucko is going to take 10 points of magical piercing damage.
Cool. Sure is a good thing that I gave you that magical sword, isn't it?
Yeah! And then I'm going to attack him a second time. And I'll tell, like, as a free action, just Summerwise, get to safety. Like, knowing full well I do not want Summerwise anywhere. Like, go at least 65 feet away from me. You'll be safe.
Thematically, he's actually engaged with a couple of bats right now.
Good for him.
He's doing a great job, though.
What a great boy. I don't do as well my second time. That's a modified 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. That's Tesh turn. Baz.
Hello, my
There
name is
is a ogre zombie next to RinRin. About 5 feet, less than 10 feet away is Tesh with the scary guy and a bunch of bats everywhere.
He looks like he's got it handled.
Does not have this handled.
I do not have this handled. Knights in the courtyard. I'm going to attack the ogre because I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I'm hidden from.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I will do that. Oof. That's fine. What is my bonus to attack? I think I know it by now. Oh wow. 22 to hit?
Yeah, that hits him.
Okay. That's gonna be 5 slashing damage.
Slashing?
I'm sorry, piercing.
Okay.
From my arrow.
Yeah.
And 7 sneak attack damage.
Cool.
I think that by this point, I've run out of tree branches, and I'm going to touch down on the ground and roll into some foliage for my hide. This time that was much better with a 19.
Okay. Fantastic. RinRin, there are bats surrounding you, and this big thing already hit you once.
I don't think I have anything for this. Oh. Okay. I'm going to use a key point to use Step of the Wind. I'm going to take the disengage action as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move away from this thing, moving through the trees if I can, so I don't get spickety spiked.
Spikes
And
are
I'm
gone.
Those are gone.
Oh, spikes are gone. Okay, so then I'm gonna run across the ground, and I'm gonna move in front of Tesh, in front of this guy, and I'm going to, like, be in a fighting stance and just say, "You leave him alone."
Uh,
I guess I can attack him too, right?
it eyes you. Yeah, you bonus. Oh, yeah, your
Well-
thing. Yeah, you can attack.
I can double attack. Oh, these dice are super hard to read. 16 and 18.
All right, the 18 matches.
Okay.
Oh fuck!
So that's 8 damage on that one
All right.
total, not halved.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's just my turn.
That is your turn. Azaka is surrounded by bats and a big angry thing. She's going to try and take care of these. So she's going to go for some bats first. She's not going to be in a great way. Good job. You do some damage, though. Oh, Azaka. However, this ogre is going to try and hit her. Luckily, this won't do much to her. At the top of the turn is a good spooky friend, and he is scowling. He totally expected that hold person to work on you, but RinRin has moved in front, and he's going to take his withered claws and start ripping into her. So a 20 to hit,
That hits.
and that's 6 slashing damage, and then a 14 to hit doesn't hit.
14 does not hit.
If you want to make, never mind. Hassan. Oh wait, no, sorry. The fuck ton of bats have to have their turn too. So one group of bats on Hassan for a 21.
There's another group of bats.
Yeah, there's 2 groups of bats on all of you. You've only killed
Fuck.
1. I think 21 hits you, so another 7 slashing damage.
Wait, there are
Okay.
2 groups on each of us? Oh, that's so many bats.
I said
Yep.
a fuck ton of bats.
Yeah,
I didn't
no,
mince words.
There's 2 on each. Like on each Azaka,
Azaka, Tesh, Hassan, and RinRin.
Okay. So everyone but me.
Yes, everyone but you. You were hidden from them.
I hide from bats.
The fight with Azaka actually doesn't matter at this point since she's just tanking all the bats and ogre. So that's good.
Job. Good job, Azaka.
Who's up next? Tesh. Neither of those hit. And RinRin, the bats you left have to come to you. And they do. So that's a 19 and a 8.
19 to hit RinRin?
Yeah.
Yes.
For another 7 slashing damage. They're rolling very well.
Cool.
Now it is Hassan's turn.
Okay. I'll take the opportunity attack from the bats to sidle up behind the dude.
Okay. That means both of them will get opportunity attacks on you.
Only one. I killed the other one.
Oh, that's right. Only one. So a 15. No, sorry. 15.
15 does not hit.
Cool.
He's gonna get a shillelagh to the back of the head and a flame blade. 18.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
All right,
For
that matches
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
with the shillelagh.
Yep.
Which counts as magic.
I believe the fuck. Yeah. That's another natural 20 on the flame blade.
All right, the flame blade's doing work for you tonight.
Flame blade that's 14 plus 13, 27 fire.
27 fire. You don't like that. I can math. Hold on. Cool. I did it. Tesh.
Well, he is going to do a little bit of a side roll around RinRin, and then is going to thrust twice with his rapier at this nasty man. That is a 23 to hit and a 26 to hit
Cool.
for his
really
two
well.
attacks. And then the first attack is going to deal max damage for 12 points of piercing. And then the second
Nice.
attack is going to deal minimum damage for 5 points of magical piercing.
You win some, you lose some.
And then just like brace myself with my shield. I'm clearly not doing the same amount of output that my two friends are, but like maybe he still wants me most.
Maybe. Baz.
Is the ogre still up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try and rid that thing of life. Because it is such a burden for an ogre to remain living.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
A 24 to hit.
Yep.
It's going to be 8 piercing damage. And 12 sneak attack damage.
Nice. Anything else from your turn?
Run and hide.
Cool.
Run and
Cool.
hide. 25.
25 is very good. RinRin.
RinRin's going to step back in front of Tesh and say, "Don't get near him, he's evil." And she's going to try to attack him. Again! 2 attacks coming your way. It's really hard to read. 16 plus 7 is 23.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that 11 doesn't hit.
No.
Okay. For 6 damage. And can you have him make a Constitution saving throw as I attempt to stunning strike him?
Cool. How's a 15?
DC's 14, so he
Okay.
makes it. She's going to like eye him and bare her teeth at him.
In fact, he bares his teeth back at you. And I think you have an idea of what type of creature he is, but his teeth are not befanged.
That is weird.
It is weird. Azaka is going to kill off one of her groups of bats. And then at the top of the round, he sneers at you, quite upset at this turn of events. And in a poof of smoke is going to turn into a bat that intermingles with the swarms around you and take the disengage action and start flying away. Or sorry, he can't take the disengage action because he uses his action to polymorph. But he is amongst swarms of bats.
Can I take a strike at disadvantage?
You all can take it as a strike at disadvantage.
Oh,
24
Hassan?
at disadvantage.
24?
damn!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Nice.
Teshvael.
Am I hidden from him?
You can't make an opportunity attack against him.
Oh, that's right.
8.
Okay. Roll your damage, Teshvael.
11 points of magical piercing.
You don't like that. You all start whacking out at bats, and whilst you do, Tesh, you can feel your rapier get contact with what you think is him before all the bats swarming you guys start attacking again. Hassan, the one that you left behind, has to come find you again. For 22 against Hassan.
It's homeward bound. But with a swarm of bats.
With a swarm of bats.
Why would you bring that up?
Five slashing damage for Hassan.
Yeah.
RinRin, how is a 19 and an 18 versus your AC?
They both hit. That is such a sad movie that I subjected myself to like 2 weeks ago.
Just don't watch animal movies.
They both hit and roll 6 damage against you.
Total or each?
6 total. That was a lot of ones.
Solid.
And Teshvael, how is a 23?
You know, that'll do it. That'll finally get there.
That'll do it. For 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And
Now it's time we go berserk.
it's well, it might be.
What do I have to do?
You need to roll your wisdom saving throw.
No, I don't. It's fine. I go berserk.
What did you get?
I got a 12.
Okay, close. You guys can all see something change in Tesh. His eyes go wide with fury, and he doesn't seem to have that same poised fighting stance that he usually does.
Okay, now I do need you to look at what I put in your chat.
Okay, I saw the rules. I think that's what we talked about.
Cool.
Good luck. Hassan, it is your turn.
Why are y'all like this? Could I make a perception check to try and spot the dude or trying to fly away?
Absolutely. You can test it with his stealth. Go ahead, roll.
18?
You just fucking spot him. He rolled an 18 on his stealth.
You see Hassan flick the scimitar down, and it extends outward in with chains between each of the section blades.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to cast Thorn Whip and try and snag him and pull him back in.
He is 30 feet away.
Thorn Whip is 30 feet.
Sweet. Huzzah!
For a 24 to hit.
24 to hit is... It's just what you need. Yes, it hits.
12 points of piercing damage. He gets pulled back 10 feet closer.
How does your Thorn Whip revert him to his humanoid form and kill him?
Oh. He's using Thorn Whip on top of his flame blade, so it's like Soul Calibur Ivy with the whip sword. It spins around him like a constrictor snake, and the blade kind of creaks and opens up like a maw, and then dives downward on top of him, and there is a pillar of fire.
Mm-hmm. And as his body comes crashing back to the ground, you can see the withered skin start evaporating to dust. And we're going to pause combat there to take our break, but we're not done here.
We've got to fight Teshvael.
Fucking cursed. It's gonna be fine. So I'd like to say thank you, Tyler, for running this wonderful game. And thank you to everybody who's decided to join us. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice. And we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. And then we're back. Hello, everybody. We are still in the midst of combat, and your boy Teshvael's all work and no play. So, Tyler, take us away. Where were we?
Speaking of all work and no play, Teshvael, it's your turn. You are
boy.
berserk.
But
Rum.
thankfully, I am surrounded by bats.
You are surrounded by bats. And RinRin. And
Well,
Hassan, in fact.
Yeah, I'm close.
true, but the bats are like on my person.
I mean,
And
they're around you.
That is unacceptable.
Should he roll for it? How
It
does that?
is if you have multiple possible targets, you attack one at random. So RinRin is 1 and 2. Wait, no, so there's bats.
There are 5 swarms of bats.
Jesus.
Oh, let's call it 4 swarms of bats within 5 feet. A Hassan and a RinRin.
Okay.
And an ogre.
The ogre is not within 5 feet yet.
Okay.
The ogre's still over with Zaka.
Okay, gotcha. Got it. So I roll a d6. That's a 6.
That's a RinRin.
And Teshvael, like, normally he has like a much nicer fighting posture, but his shoulders slump a little bit, and he just has this wicked smile across his face. Like, normally it's very pleasant, just like, hello. And he's only ever really shown his eyes real big and scary one other time before, and that was when having a private conversation with RinRin. And RinRin, I know that you have your back turned to Tesh, and you were defending him against the maybe vampire. So you just hear, Baz, you would understand, it's Teshvael saying in Elven, "The things I do for love." And then he's just going to try and stab through RinRin from behind.
I will say each attack you have to decide. You have to roll to decide
Okay.
the attack.
Sounds good. So the first attack, RinRin, does a 17 hit you?
That matches.
Okay.
Half damage.
Because it's
Or-
half damage, or I get advantage later.
You could choose to impose advantage on the next attack against her, or give her disadvantage on her next attack.
Oh, Tesh is so much more about giving you disadvantage. Like,
it.
he is a fighter of entropy. If he can just make you suck the most over a long period of time, that's how he wins. Survivability. So yeah, you'll take half of right?
It's
No.
it's either the half damage or
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, and then
disadvantage.
I roll another d6 to find out
Another
who I'm
D6.
attacking first.
1 through 4.
How
are
much
the-
damage did I take?
None.
0.
You just have disadvantage on your next attack.
Oh, I see. Okay.
1 through 4 are the bats. 5 is Hassan. 6 is RinRin.
That's a 5.
Oh
Hassan.
boy.
So I feel like Tesh like walks past RinRin, and as he does, he like cuts the back of her heel with his rapier. And then just quick flourish. Hi, Hassan. And then he stabs forward. Just, you are a valuable member of this community. That is a 22 to hit.
Nah, too high.
That is max damage for 12. And I feel like it is just a very quick, straight through the gut. Tesh isn't a man of medicine, but he know where the vitals at.
You sure do.
I don't
How you
think I
doing,
can
Hassan?
even make the flame blade drops. And he'll look over at Teshvael and glare.
And Teshvael just meets you right back with this big ol' smile. It's perfect teeth, but eyes that, while like they are this greenish color, they lack all luster. He has no light in his eyes, but he has an intensity.
Could I make an Arcana check on my turn? Discern he's under a magical effect.
You can make it now. Because I don't think it makes much of a difference if you do it now or later.
21.
Definitely know that he is, like, I wouldn't say he's not himself, but this is an unusual magic effect on him.
Would I know if a lesser restoration or greater restoration would help him out?
Would I know as a DM?
Isn't that a remove curse kind of thing?
Yeah, I think you need remove curse.
Remove
on the
curse.
sword.
Okay.
But I think you do pinpoint. I think you do pinpoint that knowledge.
How far you've fallen, Teshvael.
It only means how quickly I shall soar.
As.
So I've just seen all this go down.
Oh yeah.
Is that ogre isn't still up, is it?
The ogre is still up.
Oh fuck. Okay. I'm gonna try and shoot the ogre. We need to remove as many threats as possible. And Baz isn't quite believing what he's seeing already. He's hoping he's not seeing what he thinks he's seeing. 24 to hit the ogre.
24 hits.
That's going to be 10 piercing damage and 12 sneak attack damage.
Fantastic.
The more damage he does, the higher the thing is for him to make his save.
Yeah. So he had to make a 27, and he rolled a 26.
Get back.
So that's ogre is kaput. He is dead.
All right. He's going to he takes out that ogre and then goes running through the trees and rolls to a stop in some bushes behind Tesh and tries to hide with a 19.
That beats Tesh's passive. RinRin. Tesh just straight up attacked both you and Hassan.
His eyes are red.
They're open, but not red.
Oh. She's going to look to Hassan and say, "Was he bitten?" And she'll move to him and try to attack him.
Disadvantage on the first attack.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Does a 22 hit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's 8 damage. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Ha ha! With ease, he said like a liar.
And then the second one is a normal
7.
hit. Ooh, okay. So you are stunning striked. So you are stunned until the end of my next turn.
Yep.
Does that mean I get an advantage on my next attack?
Stunned just means it can't take actions or reactions, correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
So just a normal attack, which does not hit. That one really likes to roll 4s. But she's going to I guess she's gonna maybe try to smell him and see what's going on with him. She's very concerned about what's going on with Tesh.
Okay.
Draw his attention to her.
You can make I would still say Arcana check to try and suss out.
-1. I rolled a 2, so that's a 1.
I think you think he got bitten.
Vampire.
Vampire.
That doesn't usually happen this quickly. Stay back from him.
Azaka is going to try and finish off her bats. She does. There are less bats, and in fact, at the top of the round, on the bats' turn, they are starting to dissipate, and there are only 2 swarms of bats left, as they have been reduced by half, and they are on Tesh and RinRin still. For a 21 versus Tesh.
That'll do it.
And 11 for RinRin.
Also, attack rolls against me have advantage because of stunned.
Oh, I did not know that. 7 damage for you, Tesh, because they didn't crit. But it does seem like these bats are dispersing, and in their disbursement, they are just trying to do a little bit more damage on you. That said, on Hassan's turn, it is his turn.
Can I have Teshvael make a will save?
Is this against a magical effect?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm casting Hold Person.
21, get bent.
Oof.
Don't you know the vampire already tried Hold Person on him? I know. I feel bad. I'm upset too. I looked at his scores and I thought, wow, he's so dumb.
I'm trained, though.
Well, he's stunned until Ritter's next turn, so
Yep.
Hassan will smack his shillelagh against his hand.
Smack him. Roll for it.
No, he's
No,
just
it's
being
just-
intimidating.
Oh, intimidating. I thought you were like smacking his hand to like,
No.
be like, no, drop the bad sword.
Drop the bad. No, keep the bad sword. I can kill you this way.
All right, Tesh, you have bat 1, bat 2, Hassan, and RinRin.
I'm fucking stunned, yo.
So you can't do any of that
No.
because you're stunned.
Yep.
Bats.
We're doing this. Baz drops his longbow and fiddles with something in his bag, kind of winding his hand, pops out of the bushes and wraps a garrote wire around Tesh's neck. A 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah. You also have advantage on it. You could see if you crit me.
Oh, trust me, I did. I
Okay,
rolled
cool.
all of my dice.
So many
I
dice.
needed it.
Actress.
It's also a crit. No, it's not. It's not a crit.
It's not.
I'm getting a
Not a
little
crit.
overexcited. It's a D4.
If the paralyze went off, it would have been a crit.
A D4 of slashing damage, so that's 7 slashing. And I got a sneak attack on here, 3 sneak attack damage. And when I hit with a garrote wire, oh god.
So a little bit of homebrew rules. You are grappled by Baz.
The target is grappled. The attacker has advantage on contest rolls to continue the grapple, and until the grapple ends, the target is suffocating.
So you are suffocating at this point. You can survive a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier.
2.
Stunned, suffocating. It's just not a good round for
grappled.
Teshvael.
Joke's on you. These are my fetishes.
Don't get cursed!
Okay, cursed.
That's all I can do. I can't hide or anything, I reckon. Unless I pull him back into the trees. You're coming with me.
I would fail any strength or dex save, so yeah, you could just drag me away if you wanted to.
Yeah, but then you'd only be attacking me now, wouldn't you?
I'm still stunned.
I don't think I'm smart enough not to do that. I yank him back into the trees with me.
That's
yank-
not wise.
Tesh by yourself into the trees. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Okay. Good turn, Baz. RinRin. Baz just yanked
Oh boy.
Tesh into the trees.
No, 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 no! She's
do
going
you,
to-
Do you hide? Or
Can you hide?
I don't think so.
I don't think I can. I feel like we discussed hiding would be like under like reasonable circumstances. I think that I cannot hide from the person that I am garroting.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
RinRin is going to follow him into the brush. And that's not going to work. And she's going to attempt to hit her grappled buddy. It's all right. We'll get you out of this. She's going to attack twice. Over 20, 24 on the first attack, and
Subdual damage?
yes.
RinRin's not gonna kill him.
I'm not a monster. I can't do that much damage.
I'm her
anyway.
best friend.
It's true. So that's 6 damage. Subdual damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to she's gonna put herself directly in front of Tesh so that he attacks her, and she's going to hiss at him to try and draw his attention. That's my turn.
Just start beating up your friend.
I am no longer stunned, but I am still grappled.
Yes.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Ozaka doesn't do anything because she's quite confused. So at the top of the round, the bats all dissipate, and it is Hassan.
Cool. Hassan will meander into the woods. Is Tesh stunned still?
No.
No longer stunned.
But he is grappled.
Yep.
He's grappled, but that just reduces his speed to 0.
Speed to 0. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Non-lethal shillelagh.
Okay.
As you're coming up to him, I feel like Tesh is like looking down at the group, being like, we all have a darkness inside of us. Why don't you just choose to embrace it once in a while? But like he's like getting choked while he's saying this. Just embrace it.
22, and Hassan will say, been there, done that.
I am going to use my reaction as a defensive duelist, so it meets.
Aww. Sad.
You can still do half damage.
Okay. Actually, I will...
Or give him disadvantage.
What's the other one? Disadvantage or advantage on the next hit?
Attack on him would be at advantage. He goes next, though.
Yeah, I'll give him disadvantage. It's a bap to the hand where the sword is. Been there, done that. It's pretty fun.
Teshvael wasn't looking at you when he said it.
Oh.
He was looking very pointedly at RinRin.
Tesh, it is your turn.
Man, who's my friend that's closest? I got 3 options?
You got 3 options. You are suffocating.
Yep.
You are grappled.
Totally.
You're no longer stunned.
E6.
And you have 3 friends, and you have
1,
to use
2.
action to attack. So 1, 2.
Let me know who's who.
Okay, I had Baz as 1 and 2. Hassan is 3 and 4, and RinRin is 5 and 6.
Hassan, that's a 4, buddy. So this
Cool.
one's gunning for you.
Make it at disadvantage, punk ass.
Yep. I'm going to assume that a 11 doesn't hit you.
Nope.
Okay, second attack.
Roll that D4 or C6.
That's a 1.
That is going for Baz.
Or was it just my next attack?
Just your next attack.
Cool. So 15 against Baz.
To hit. And that.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
You're at full. You're fine.
Yeah.
6 points of magical piercing damage.
Yeah. Buddy, you got one turn of air left. If they don't knock you out here, you're just gonna go down at the start of your next turn.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anyway, Baz, you just got stabbed, but you are still holding him in the grapple.
Yep, just gonna yank that Garrett again.
Cool. Yank it.
Rolling. A 21 to hit?
21 hits.
21 hits?
Deciding whether or
Yeah.
not to let it.
Oh, God. Okay.
This is to continue to the Garrett.
Yeah, well,
No, this is to continue attacking with it. You have to
Okay.
break the grapple to break the
Oh,
suffocation.
okay.
And since you have to attack because you're berserked,
Yeah.
you're kind of fucked.
oh, you're screwed, man. Oops. Or you could just kill me. And that'll end the grapple.
It's true.
It is 4 slashing damage, and if I'm not mistaken, there are friends nearby.
There are friends nearby.
So sneak attack.
Yeah. It's a finesse weapon.
11 sneak attack damage.
Oh yeah,
Oof.
I was at 1.
Oh, fine.
Wait, do you kill him outright?
No.
No, he's got so many more hit points than that.
I have a total of 44.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tesh is down.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like I
Tesh-
just fought my dad.
He was unconscious.
Subdual, yes? We're
Subdual.
knocking
Yeah,
him out?
subdual
Yes,
damage,
okay.
clearly.
There's some blood
Obviously.
coming from his neck from where he got garroted.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's in there deep, too.
Oh yeah. There's gonna be a fucking nasty scar at the end of that.
Mhm.
Oh, probably. Most likely. Very likely.
We
Baz
are out of
drops
combat.
him. Yeah, Baz drops him, and he's like breathing really hard. Like that's a lot of like melee action
Yeah.
for him. And he kicks his sword away.
She's gonna throw Teshvael off of him and move Baz away. Get away from him. Get away from him. Back up, everyone. She's like kind of crawl on top of him and like smell him and see if she can determine what's going on with him.
Go ahead, make an insight check. Or
Okay.
yeah.
Fucking 6.
Okay. Well, he smells like the same old Tesh. Doesn't there's nothing odd about how he smells.
She's going to lick his neck.
I mean, it's covered in blood.
I said what I said.
I know. I just letting you know that you lick a bloody neck. It
Is this relevant?
tastes like blood.
Was he bitten? Did anyone see him bitten by that thing?
Hassan will lean on his staff. Maybe you should let the medical professional take a look at him.
Do you think that he was like actually hit by something, or do you think that maybe it's a curse, Hassan?
He wasn't bit. It's a magical effect. That much is simple.
Well, I did not see it, okay? There was
You
some
walk-
sort of like vampire dude here. I don't know.
Yes, and I fucking killed him. Now move.
She stands up and crosses her arms.
Medicine check the boy.
Go ahead.
19?
I mean, he's pretty cut up now from getting hit a lot in that. But there is no apparent medical problems with him. However, you did learn that you believe he was cursed. You don't know exactly what from.
Yeah, he'll shoulder Teshvael and look over to RinRin. Help me, will you?
With what? I thought you didn't need my help.
Medically, no. You're still my bodyguard.
She turns around and like,
Azaka shrugs.
what do you want me to do?
Help me lift him to the campsite, please. If I
She
don't
can-
tend to the wounds, it'll get gangrenous.
Can I lift him? I have an 11 strength.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll
I do have an 11 strength. I was asking to help
Ah.
me lift him.
yeah,
I-
she'll
I'm-
get under his arms.
You guys are able to get him to a safe spot. And is there what would you like to do for the rest of the night?
I'll tend to his wounds.
What are you doing with his sword, Baz? Since the other two lifted him up.
They carried that sword off or carried him off and like into the clearing to go and tend to him.
Yep.
And Baz is kind of nursing his own wound. He's been stabbed in the abdomen.
He has been stabbed.
And he's just kind of like they walk off and he goes like, "Am I chopped liver?" And he'll just pick up that sword and throw it over his shoulder.
You are unable to lift it.
He attempts to lift it a couple of times.
Do you need help there?
Yeah, the darn thing's stuck.
Azaka walks over and grabs it, and like she looks at you like puny man, and then tries to lift it. And
He's
like,
just stepping back, making excuses like, "Yeah, sure did take a stab back there. Hey, it might be my wound, you know."
Hassan walks over with like a bunch of blood
all over him.
It's mostly his.
Yeah, he did take a bit of a thrashing too.
I would leave that alone if I were you.
It won't move.
Hassan will walk over and test it.
Won't budge.
Leave it then.
Having trouble with the sword. What?
Leave it
None
then.
of you are worthy.
I'll stay with Tesh.
Summerwise also perches on Tesh. He's got a few scrapes and scratches on him, but he's looking okay.
Baz is gonna go and find a corner that's not entirely out of sight, so that people can pity him if they so choose. And he's going to take off his shirt and nurse his own wound.
Oh, Baz, we always pity you.
Thank you.
So rude.
At least somebody cares.
Sorry, how out of the way were you? Like you're
Like,
trying to be pitied?
A little bit. He like over by the tree, just rips off his shirt and starts cleaning blood.
Okay. You do that. Would you guys like to spend a long rest? It'll eat into your time tomorrow.
We need to rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys spend a long rest. Morning breaks. It is still pretty cloudy out and raining throughout most of the morning. You are able to take your long rest, but is there anything anyone's doing in the morning? When does Tesh wake up?
Well, he's knocked out, so the rules for that are 1d4 from the
1d4.
time.
That's a full 4 hours, buddy.
Yep, so I am just unconscious for 4 hours. I wake up with 1.
Yep.
RinRin is sitting over you. Like, directly next to you, just, like, staring at you.
Ow.
And the sword is not in your possession.
What? Did we win?
Tesh, you attacked us.
Well, that doesn't sound like something I would do.
How do you feel?
A little, well, empty-handed. And he kind of like rubs his neck a little bit and pulls back just, oh God.
Are you hungry?
Very?
Eat this. And she pulls out a ration and hands it to him.
What happened?
Just eat it.
All right. He starts doing it, and as he does, he'll put 13 points of lay on hands on himself.
How does it taste?
Tastes like food?
Like good food?
Yes. What does it taste like for you?
You attacked us.
As you've said. I don't know why.
You don't remember at all?
Well, when we were in the midst of battle, somebody hit me. Something, rather, and it's like your heart is a house, but the darkness that fills up the rooms where light doesn't reach just seemed to take over in that moment. And I got very upset that something would have the audacity to strike at me. And normally I keep that very suppressed, very much to myself, because, well, if something is able to land a hit upon me, I have met a nemesis that day. But this was like, all I could see were enemies in front of me.
Well, that is not good. Has this ever happened to you before?
No, it hasn't. I mean, there have been times where, yes, sometimes people can get upset about things. But never to this extent. By the way, have you seen that sword that I had before?
I don't think you should have that sword, Teshvael.
I beg to differ, RinRin. I found it.
But
Summerwise thought I should have it as well.
Well, Summerwise is wise, but it is not summer, and I think that.
What
I mean,
season?
if this is. What season is
Chult.
It's fall.
But I think that if this hasn't happened to you before, and the only thing that has changed is that sword, maybe it is bad news. Because we seem to be facing a bad guy that could have been maybe vampiric in nature, and he did not bite you, and you do not taste. You are able to taste food, so that's good. And you're able to sleep, so that is also good. So
Raspberry Rock, thank you for the sub.
Ew.
thank you. So I think that maybe that sword is what caused the problem. You did hit my ankle, and she'll like hold her foot, which I won't do because we're on stream, but she will like put her foot up above her head and like show him her ankle.
And he like mentally checks off like, that is a really good, like, good on you. That's a nice slash. But like openly he's like, I am so sorry. I never would have wanted to do anything. Baz has already expressed concerns that they don't feel like I've been a team player at times, and I understand that. I am doing my best, but I don't want to attack you.
That's why I think that this sword maybe is something that was bad and that made you attack us. I mean, we don't know anything about it. Did you feel different when you started to, like, fight with it?
Yes. It's like, have you ever been painting before? Or gotten lost in music?
In dancing, yes.
It was like that, but the dancing was swordplay. I was good at it.
Right. I know what that feels like. And not just with dancing. I don't think that that's something that you should pursue. Because when you're not yourself, then that's not good, right?
If we leave it here, then whatever has happened to me may never go away. but if I take it with me and make sure that we keep it safe by the time that we get back at the monastery, our feathered friends seemed like, well, they had some sort of knowledge about the tricks of the jungle. Perhaps they would be able to fix me, but in order to do that, I do need to have the sword.
If you have the sword, will you promise not to use it?
I will do my best.
Teshvael, I don't want to hurt you again.
RinRin, I know you don't want to, but I am proud of you for having the strength to do so in order to keep those that you care about safe.
But I care about you too.
And I am safe. Battered, yes, but still safe.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to talk to everyone else too, because I'm not the final say on things. Ugh, I'm like at least the second person down. No, third person. But
Like one branch up in the tree, you hear a, "Oh, no need for me. I was listening to the whole thing."
Hassan turns in his bed. I've been awake this entire time.
Baz is pointing his sniper rifle at Tash.
what if I hold on to it? When you stay close to me?
All right.
Cool. She's gonna get up and try and grab this sword.
You can't lift it up.
I just...
Hassan will roll back his sleeves, touch a teacup, and warm the tea that's inside of it and hand it to Teshvael.
Yeah.
With Druidcraft.
Did anybody take him out of his chainmail while he was passed out?
I was treating you, so...
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the medical professional would have
Gotcha.
done so.
All right. So, yeah, Tesh will just say thank you, and he'll look at the wounds that he gifted upon his friends, and he will just kind of like, well, I really did a number on all of you.
What's a
It
mutual
wasn't that
stab?
bad!
What's a mutual stabbing between friends?
Well, like I told RinRin, I'm glad that you all had the strength to do what needed to be done.
This is really stuck in the mud, guys. I think we're going to have to leave it here.
Hassan will pull open his notebook and start asking Tesh questions, like, how are you feeling? Can you do this with your arm? Like, rotate it?
Yeah. He complies the entire time. Like, I would say you see him, like, he'll look over at RinRin while she's, like, trying to pull the sword out. Just,
You said something very concerning to RinRin.
And, well, what would that have been?
Something about embracing the darkness inside of her.
Well, that doesn't sound like me.
I've got the scars to prove it. But you are in fighting order for the most part.
Well, thank you.
Though I wouldn't put you out on the field, given a medical evaluation would be a bit concerning.
You don't have to worry about any kind of infection. Kyber's blessing upon me, I am immune.
It's not the infection I'm worried about. It's if you go berserk again.
Oh.
Given we're in a smaller room and you're at 100%.
I am not at 100%, kind sir. I have been unconscious for quite some time.
I meant before the fighting.
Oh.
If you had that power that you normally display when you strike something, I think we would have had a more messier version of the fight.
Well, then I will do my best not to get hit again. Because I don't feel like that's just the sword that's causing this. It doesn't have to be that sword. It could be any sword at this point.
But you said I wouldn't have to worry about infection.
Magical ailments and disease are two separate things, Hassan.
No, I know that.
I know you know. You're awfully smart.
Does anyone check the dusty remains of the scary man that you
Yes,
Yes.
please.
I think
If-
Rin
I think that-
was busy watching over Tesh.
Yeah.
So
That would have happened
meanwhile,
at some point last night. Well,
Yeah.
Baz was sulking and like, nobody cares, and I almost died.
cares about me. Well, you know what? You
You were
found?
still above half, bitch.
I know, but
This guy leaves behind a ton of gaudy jewelry, which I will total up for you. But amongst the ashes are several magic items.
oh shit.
There are some very fancy bracers. However, they're stylishly designed with the symbols of the demon god Zatzilla, and 2 rings.
I see.
And you could either give them to your magic boys to try and figure out what they are, or just, go hog wild and pop them on, see what happens, right? What's the worst that could happen?
Wonder, God, it would be funny for him to just like wake up like everybody else wakes up the next morning and he's just absolutely bedazzled, still shirtless, just like he's got bling all over him.
He's bedazzled, shirtless, Blair Witching in the corner.
Ill-advised, to be honest. He does keep a hold of all of that stuff. He puts it in a bag, like in his satchel. And I think that after like serious conversations are had with Tesh, he's gonna walk over to Hassan, kind of looking around like he's got something he's not supposed to have, and he's just like, have a look at this. And he opens up his satchel and just jingles a bunch of garbage in his face.
Sure.
Make Arcana check to just get an idea of what they are. For like simpler magic items, I'm not saying that you have to do identify.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Cool. You got yourself bracers of defense, a ring of fire resistance, and a ring of animal influence.
You'll call RinRin over.
Yes?
You might want to hold on to these. I don't know if equipping such items from a malevolent deity will cause a curse, but once we can get them identified, they should be useful to you.
To me? What are they?
The bracers hold a property in which they increase your defenses.
Oh.
Though it only works if you aren't wearing armor in the first place, and seeing as you don't wear armor.
I don't wear armor, no?
Oh, what's the other one? A ring of protection and
Ring of fire resistance, which is
fire resistance. And what's the other ring?
ring of animal
friendship.
influence,
Oh, influence.
Animal influence.
which is just you.
He'll tuck that away. Group meeting after a bit to decide who gets this one.
Okay.
Um,
His son?
Yes, RinRin.
I'm sorry that I was mean to you earlier. I was very quick to anger.
I was about to ask about that.
I just felt that, like, I mean, it's been a couple times now that you've been, like, really nice to all of these things that we're trying to get things from, and sometimes you're not really nice to me, so I just was wondering why That is.
I think they're in the tent, and is Tesh still there, or has he moved off to go recuperate somewhere else?
I think Tesh is trying to take a long rest here.
Yep.
Ah,
Please, God,
he'll
let me sleep.
lead RinRin off, not too far away from camp. I am complicated, RinRin. When I need to get something from someone, I wouldn't say flatter them, but I try to play into their good graces. I apologize if my behavior hasn't been up to standard for you. You are my employee after all, and I should be treating you better.
It's not the employee part that I'm like, that's like not. I thought we were friends.
You could say that.
That you don't like see me as like, I feel like you don't see me as a friend.
In this group, I find more of you to be patients than acquaintances. I try to fix those that are broken in a way. And to do that, I have to be a little nice, a little mean. Depends.
That all I am? Just a patient and a friend?
He'll think on it for a moment. He'll shrug. I don't see you as a patient either. I don't think you need fixing. I guess friends would have to be it then.
Okay.
Did
Well,
I say something that displeases you?
No, I just sometimes I thought maybe you liked me more than a friend, but maybe that was just me. I can get a little ahead of myself sometimes.
RinRin, not once have I lied to you. At least to my knowledge. And not many people can say that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I appreciate that.
Insight check with the doctor's sort of eye.
Yeah.
Is it fine?
RinRin,
Great.
go ahead, contest with a deception check.
Good luck.
Oh, boy. Oh, I have a -1. 15.
22.
Boy. She is disappointed.
He'll sit down and pat the ground next to him.
She'll sit down cross-legged.
I would not want ill will between either of us or the party. We work better as a cohesive whole. I don't want to get into your good graces right now because that would seem a little forced.
What do you
I
mean?
was being honest, though. I do see you as a friend.
Friend is good.
Is it?
Cool. Baz, what are you up to?
He was he had just handed all those magic items to Hassan. I think at some point he realized that he's not supposed to be a part of this conversation, but like it was.
She would not have started that conversation with Baz.
We
in the
walked
room.
away.
Okay, all
They
right,
did walk
cool.
away.
Cool, good. He probably watches them off in the distance for a little while, and then like he looks down into his now empty bag and just kind of like flumps it
I
shut.
mean, it's still got all the other
Yeah,
non-magical.
Sure, he's feeling unappreciated at the moment. He just kind of flumps it shut, and he walks away, shoulders his gun to go and sulk some more, and he walks by Tesh as he does so, who is trancing.
Very deeply.
He's gonna like give Tesh a sidelong glance, and there's some venom there, and he'll like pop open his gun, just kind of make sure it's still loaded, and then pop it shut again, with like an audible click, and he will walk away, sit on the other side of the camp, and just keep watch over Tesh.
You are sitting on kind of like the outskirts of where you guys have been camping. And you don't hear anything until you do.
Oh, fuck.
Hello, brother.
This is not a good time, Jimmy.
Well, that was some excitement last night. I'll say so myself.
Were you watching all that?
Oh, for sure. I've been following you guys for days. You know, funny story though. I ran into a very talkative bird fellow, and he was a good source of information. Now, I think you might misunderstand my intentions. I'm not out to get you. My time in the sense, yeah, I'm a very progressive person. You know, I even let Roderick lead the group. You know, he's useless, but I mean, I'm trying to be progressive here. So I'm not out to get you or whatever you think. I want one thing, and it's that artist guy. And I know you're lying to me, but luckily for me, I ran into that very talkative fellow, and he says you're going to Omu. That's miles away. I don't have time to walk through all this bloody jungle. And I know that guy is going there to meet you. So, you're going to take me to get this wing blessing, and I'm going to accompany you to Omu.
He's gonna put his head on a swivel real quick. He's looking for the rest of her group.
Make a perception check. It is cloudy out. There's no direct sunlight.
Cool. It wasn't a great roll though. I've got too many tabs open. 18.
You do not spot anybody else. No, I'm not asking you. I'm saying I'm coming with you. You're going to put in a good word with the Aarakocra, and I'm going to fly with you to Omu.
No.
Why are you making this difficult? I'm not trying to hurt you.
It's not about whether or not you're trying to hurt me. It's about what you've done in the past, which has hurt me a lot.
Can't we just let bygones be bygones? It's in the past.
He's gonna stand up and kick a short sword into his hand.
She's holding her gun. Don't make me do it.
Don't make me do it.
RinRin starts climbing up the tree.
really hope you didn't. I really hope you wanted to see the menagerie again. And she's going to start leaving.
He's just gonna watch her the entire time she leaves.
She disappears into the jungle. She is going south.
RinRin's eyes are slightly red as she watches her go.
He's gonna take a couple of steps after her, and pick up his gun as he does so.
Okay.
What was she doing here?
RinRin heard all of this, saw all of this.
She saw about half of it.
Being a nuisance. He's gonna chase after Ginny and try and hide in the woods.
Okay. Make a stealth check. And a perception check.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, the stealth is gonna be a 28.
Okay.
No bright light.
Nope.
The perception is a 19.
You lost sight of her.
He looks for her for a while in the woods. Until he just kind of curses. He'll slash open a tree with a short sword, and then come back to camp.
What was she doing here? As he approaches back to the camp.
She wanted to come with us to Omu.
Has she been following us for a while then?
He nods.
Do you want her dead?
He looks at RinRin, and like you can't really see what his expression is behind his sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just kind of looks off into the distance and he says, "I don't know."
He said, "I don't know."
Yeah.
I think you should get some sleep. Keep watch.
And he's gonna go climb a tree.
RinRin will keep watch all night.
Cool.
Sniffing for this scent that she now has.
Oh yeah. You actually roll a perception check.
Oh boy.
Star Wars Madre, thank you for the follow.
Thank you. I rolled a 10.
Okay.
+6 and I rolled a 10. Thanks, June Dibion.
You don't get another whiff of that very distinct smell. Everyone, you are able to take your long rest and depart late into the day, this next day, about midday. But due to having a boat, you made fantastic time getting to near Kir Sable. So you actually can arrive that evening. And as you approach Kir Sable, you are again greeted by Dasarak, who, as he flies down to you, he's like jumbling a bunch of boards and a hammer and nails. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, I've been. You guys got back a lot quicker than I thought. The scaffolding's like still not great."
Well, that's okay. We have begun for not that long. You did not have enough time to fix it.
I'm sure you're trying your best.
Yeah. It's just so much work, you know.
Do you need help?
No, I'm good. But T-shirt wanted to talk to you guys. Oh, you got the thing, the flower, you know.
Shh. It's a secret.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then don't worry. I didn't tell anybody.
So,
Vein
quick
pops out
question.
on Baz's forehead.
Did you take the sword?
Yeah.
Oh,
The sword.
right. You can't leave it.
No, I can't.
You take it.
You take it. No one else can move it. You pick it up just fine. It's like you've reattached your hand.
At last,
At
my
last, my
arms
right
complete.
arm's completed.
Y'all are fucking nerds. Stop it.
Nerds.
My friend.
You guys will need to climb your way back up to Kir Sable, and to do so, I will need some checks from you guys. It is just going to be 2 checks. It's going to be, let's call it just 1 or 2 of perception, acrobatics, or athletics. Choose 2.
Before we
climb speed.
Climb speed, no, you don't have to make any rolls.
Climb speed.
Before we do this, I'll hand Baz the ring of fire protection.
What's this for?
Would you do me the honor of marrying me, Basil?
RinRin's head just like pops out of fucking nowhere. Like, I'm sorry, what?
It's a joke.
He quirks his eyebrow. It's Eugene, actually. No, it's not Eugene. It's Eustace, actually.
Ulysses, Eustace.
Seeing as you're one of the more squishier folk in our party, I assume that a little bit more defense will be up your alley. And he'll transform into a giant wolf spider and start clambering up.
Puts the ring on.
We're married now.
Well, I double as a priest in times of need.
I was gonna say, you're not a paladin. You can't do anything.
And ceremony.
Motherfucker, you can't keep doing this. You can't just marry everyone you meet.
Why not? It's fun.
Oh my god.
So I got a 6 for an athletics check. This is my first roll.
Okay. And
then
your second roll?
Second roll was a 21.
Or sorry, for your first roll, choose either damage or exhaustion.
I'll take exhaustion.
Okay, well that means you have to take your second roll at a disadvantage.
God, piss. Why am I like this? That's a 5.
Okay, damage or exhaustion.
I'll take damage on that one.
Okay. I'm assuming you guys, it's only 3 damage. You guys take the same precautions as you've had both times, or all the times that you've done a lot of climbing, tied each other together. You can see that there have been places where it's been repaired, but still a treacherous trek. And Tesh, having had a difficult night previously, is still struggling.
Both my rolls were 12s.
Okay. Do you want disadvantage or exhaustion, or actually no? No, exhaustion or damage.
I'm gonna take 1 of each.
Okay. And Hassan, are you turning into an animal to climb?
Yeah, he's a wolf spider. He climbs.
Cool. Oh, Hassan, or Baz, go ahead, take 10 bludgeoning damage.
I'm fucking dying. Mother always said I'd marry a spider.
Well, Azaka does a fantastic job. After most of the day, you do finally make it back up to the sanctuary of Kir Sable.
Can I have a short rest?
Where you are greeted by the Aarakocra.
Baz, I'll put 10 points into you. You're
Oh,
fine.
thanks, friend. Baz
Um,
flinches when you touch him.
That's it.
Ashara, the teacher, welcomes you all and says, or asks if you've recovered the Black Orchid.
Tesh
And I'm
nods.
assuming you either produce it or just say you have it. She will suggest that the effects of the ceremony will only last 3 days. So to get the best use out of it, you should all rest tonight. And she'll perform the ritual first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Cool. Baz, you are greeted by Racket. Racket. He, embraces you in a big hug. And when he does, he says, I'm so happy you're back. And then he shows off his wing, which has a kind of mechanical device that is acting as both a splint and as support so that he can actually use, like he has full motion in his wing.
Nice.
And he says Prince Na made it.
That's really cool.
But he says, I need a favor.
Whatever you
I
say, sir.
want to go with you guys. And I need you to convince Ashara to let me go.
I
Or
explained
teacher.
to him that's not my decision.
Well, I need you to convince Ashara for me. She won't let me go.
It's not about whether or not he's signing to explain this.
Yeah.
It's not about whether or not Ashara agrees with this. I have to make sure that my group's okay with it.
Okay. I'm sure they will be.
Why do you want to come with?
I am, like I said, I want to adventure. I want to do stuff, and I want to help you. I was really worried, and I'm sure your guide is great at getting to Amu. But if you guys fly there, then she won't have any of her landmarks. And he's signing this all really quickly. Like she won't have any of her landmarks. You guys might get lost.
He says slowly.
He slows down, but explains that you might get lost if you fly there and your guide isn't familiar. He knows the way.
Let me talk to my group.
Okay.
He says this with a very straight face. It's obvious something is bothering him, and it probably comes off the wrong way.
Right. He's not very insightful.
He's gonna walk back towards his group, just kind of rubbing his face.
Is it the altitude sickness, Baz?
Trying to decide whether or not he would know about that. I mean, like, coming up out of the Underdark, you probably have to account for that kind of shit, right?
I mean, to an extent. But you've been here before. I think he brought it up last time too.
Yeah, it's some kind of sickness. He thumbs over his shoulder and says, Racket wants to come with.
That would be nice. But
Yeah.
can they fight?
Can he fight? Do I know this?
Last time when you guys rescued him, he had a number of spells. He's a cleric.
Right.
He wasn't incredibly useful in that fight, but he did, I think, give you guys. I think he blessed you, and also
He saved me from death.
and he
Exactly.
saved him from death.
Exactly how many hit points does he have?
35.
More than
More
you.
than me.
If it's
She-
all right, then I'll give him a proper interview and vet him.
Kind of puts his face in his hand.
Do you want him to come with us?
It's gonna be dangerous.
Well, yes, but he can heal and he's good in a fight. I mean, if he... Did anyone like take care of his wing?
Yeah, he's got a new contraption thing. Nah, built it for him.
So we can fly and stay out of like the main fight then, yes?
Yeah, that's all true. We're getting raided. Ooh.
Hello!
Oh, we're finishing
Wait.
up here, but hello.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I've been bonged all night.
I have a kitten!
I'm upset
He was
with you.
sleeping!
No, you.
Why'd you
woke
wake
him.
Caleb?
No.
It's okay, it's okay.
He's so
honey.
upset.
I know he is.
What's
I'm
happening.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Baz is in the middle of emotional turmoil.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
if he can hold his own and he can like stay out of the main fight, then I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, no, it's all true.
He'll look over to Hassan will look over to Tesh with a raised eyebrow.
If the boy wants to come, I don't see why not.
Should we explain to him about your condition then? The surprise rapier in the back is...
I think that would be wise.
Wait, no, we're taking care of that here, right?
Hopefully. If all things go well, we can. Otherwise, there is a risk involved. Now, Racket, do you know of anyone who would be able to remove a curse? Asking for a friend.
You guys have done an aside.
Yeah, no, we're still in the middle of the aside. Actually, there's a catch. We have to convince his teacher that he can come.
No, that would be easy. He really likes me.
All right. Everyone likes RinRin. If Racket wants to come, then I'm sure RinRin would most certainly probably speak on his behalf. We have traveled with him a little bit, and he proved, well, very strong.
Why does he want to come with us?
He wants to be an adventurer.
That's very dangerous work. I hope he knows that.
He keeps on saying that.
Okay.
Well, I
Yes,
think
my vote.
with this aside, and the fact that most people are willing to give him a shot, we can call it for tonight.
Excellent.
Yay!
Yay! All right, and with that,
you.
I would like to say thank you, Tyler, for running such a wonderful game. I always enjoy it when we get to play Tomb of Annihilation. And speaking of other things that I enjoy, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, my name is Tyler. I am at Frothy Inferno on Twitter, and you can find me here on Sunday nights leading the Tomb of Annihilation. And sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, but I just wanted to let you guys know that next week we are going to be sans one RinRin, but we may have a special guest. And that's all I have to say about that.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ on the interwebs, but you can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and how I am shopping online for some Gundam models. Oh, there's so many of them. You can catch me here on Sundays as Hassan, the Wanti Druid Cleric, and on Mondays during our homebrew campaign as Caleb, the Shatterkai Wizard Cleric. Wait, did I say Wizard Cleric for Hassan? I'm tired. He's a Druid Cleric. Next week is my full week. You can catch me on Tuesday and Thursday morning at 10 o'clock EST over at the Hype Goblins channel, where I play Titus Valentine, a ranger warlock who has. We went back to his old house, and like his dead sister was there to berate him. He had a time of it. He had to explain his backstory. You can also catch me at G Game Nights on that Thursday night at 8 o'clock EST, where I play Theo, a noble who's a sweet boy. He's a gardener. He wants to marry his fiance, who's a noble. It's great. DenaeKeener.com.
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. You can catch me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters, where I tweet about all the games I'm in. There's a lot. Right now, I just hit 300 subscribers or Twitter followers or whatever. So I'm doing a giveaway. So if you follow me on Twitter, there is a pinned tweet on my profile where I'm giving away. I'm picking tomorrow. I'm giving away 2 sets of dice, 2 sets of 7 dice, because I have a lot. So enter that tonight or tomorrow, and I'll pick 2 winners for that. I'm here Sunday nights and Mondays for super fun D&D games. On Tuesdays, I stream on my own channel where I play. Actually, right now I'm playing Mass Effect, and on Wednesdays I'm playing on Nerd Immersion's channel, Rod of 7 Parts with Jordan with the PH and all those fun people over there. Thursday I'll be back on my channel a little bit earlier than normal, where we'll be playing more Amnesia. We'll be playing, I think, at 2 from 2 to 6. And then Friday I'm off, and then actually I'll be gone for a week, but normally on Sundays I play on G Game Night's channel. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Tuesday night I'll be playing on G Game Night's channel. I'm going to be in the Aos game where I'm playing my new character who's a fawn. I'm going to be wearing an orange wig and horns that I made. She's a sweet girl. She's not a lot like RinRin, but she is kind of naive and just the sweetest.
You should head over there and fawn over her.
Oh, yep. I can't do any better than that. DenaeKeener.com.
Oh, hey, speaking of DenaeKeener.com, hi everybody, I'm Denae Keener. You can find me at DenaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. I play as Coriander the Elegant Paladin on Mondays during our homebrew game for 4 Keeps, and on Sundays I play as Baz, the Drow Rogue Fighter, during Doom of Annihilation. DenaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this 3 times a week, Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and of course Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, but you liked what you saw, consider going to youtube.com/Indoor Adventures, where you can check out the backlog of all of our games, or if you are more of an audiocast inclined individual, you can go check us wherever audiocasts are made available for free. Speaking of things that are being made available for free, we are going to be going to our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, hosted on our Patreon at patreon.com/Indoor Adventures, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have questions that you are dying to ask either myself or any of these other fine folk, the easiest way to do that is to join us on Discord. And then wait for the after show to show up. I don't usually make announcements about it, but it's Patreon. So if you're there and you're already subscribed to us, it lets you know every time there's a new after show. But we are going to be heading out for the evening. So first, I would like to say thank you to Tyler for running this wonderful game. Thank you to everybody who decided to stop by. And thank you to these wonderful players for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.